Hey y'all, and welcome back to another Drill Auditions video. Today we are going to be doing my own original Halo character, in this case a Spartan, because, Spartans are cool. Well, y'all know the drill at this point, or probably maybe, if it's your first time, welcome! But if not, the way I usually do this is I do some lore for the character that I'm drawing at the beginning. Try not to interfere with any canon lore of the universe, just have them off to the side somewhere. And then I talk about the design a little bit afterwards. So, let's get started with who this character is. Okay, so this Spartan is part of a Spartan fire team. Spartan fire teams are like Fire Team Osiris or Blue Team, standard 4 to 6 person team usually. In this case, they're part of a fire team called Fire Team Reach, named in honor of the planet Reach after the events of Halo Reach. I said Reach way more times in that sentence than I needed to. But, as such, similar to how Noble 6 in Halo Reach is only ever referred to as Noble 6, this Spartan is only ever referred to as Reach 2. Reach 2 is a Spartan 4, meaning they were not trained from children, but rather was an ODST prior to becoming a Spartan, or usually just, the best of the best. That's usually an ODST. Before becoming a Spartan. They wear Mark 6 Spartan armor, however, they have modified their armor with pieces from other armors, such as Mark 3 and Mark 5 armor. Reach 2 acts as the scout for their fire team. This is somewhat ironic, as Reach 2 is the most trigger-happy of the team and is not the best equipped for stealth, choosing to paint his armor a bright cyan with rusty red highlights. Like many Spartans, Reach 2 is very stoic and serious, not talking all too often during missions other than to point out enemies or report whatever they found while scouting. However, Reach 2 is very loyal and on multiple occasions has used their body as a shield to protect their teammates from incoming fire, as well as push their teammates out of the way of incoming fire. Reach 2 in Reach's 2's file, it is noted that they are a very observative person, often noticing things or picking up on things that other soldiers or Spartans don't. This is part of the reason they became the Team Scout, as they were most often to notice enemy lines or even ambushes. Fire Team Reach was never in the mainline battles in the Human Covenant War, as their job essentially was to be forward reconnaissance, and on top of that, to try and prevent attacks before they could happen. So they would try and find groups of Covenant ships that were building up attack fleets, or try and take out supply lines, basically anything they could do to cripple invasion attacks. So, despite not being on the front line like many other Spartans were, this fire team still made major contributions to the UNSC. Unfortunately, Fire Team Reach was declared MIA, as Spartans never die, when a planet they were currently operating on was glassed by Covenant ships, and no report has been heard from them since. So, as previously stated, their files have been placed as MIA. Okay, now that I'm done with the lore, I'm gonna talk about the design a little bit. So I'm a big fan of Halo lore, but as a PlayStation player, I've never actually played Halo, which, despite me knowing a lot about the lore, means that I'm not the best when it comes to knowing what time period armor should exist. So when I was designing this armor, I was looking at two different generations of the armor and was pulling from even more generations of armor. Heck, I made this helmet up. So when trying to... So I don't know if a Spartan that looks like this could ever actually exist in the Halo universe, but frankly the whole point of this is to be my own original character while still conforming to their rules, which is why I threw in that little bit of lore about them mixing armor types, because I really have no idea. Now, I always like adding a pop of color to my stuff, so when I saw that reference picture that I'm using at the bottom, where it's a Spartan that has orange on top of their other color, I knew I had to do something like that because I felt like, frankly, just doing a monochromatic thing would be kind of boring. So I decided to go with these two colors, and honestly, they blended surprisingly well. I did not think it was going to work this well. This drawing was very just... And this is like the third one in a row that I felt like this. It was very back and forth, where I went from liking it to disliking it, and then back to liking it. Because at the beginning, I didn't like it all that much because of the proportions, so I erased the legs and redid it, and I think the legs look a lot better now. I don't have too much more to say about this design, really. I'm still trying to get better at this commentary portion of the videos. I have a lot to learn with these commentary portions, and hopefully just over time I will get better at it. As for other things, I feel like the visor should have been... I feel like I could have done the visor better. I don't feel like it feels reflective enough by the end when I do the shading for it, and I feel like it doesn't look any more reflective than the rest of the armor, which it really should. I do the undersuit in gray because I don't think I've ever seen a Spartan that doesn't have the undersuit in gray. I think that is just the color that Spartan undersuits are. So that's what I went with. I'm not completely sure which Halo weapon... I just looked at a bunch of pictures of Halo weapons and gave them one of them. So if anyone in the comments wants to tell me which Halo weapon I gave this person, feel free to. Because, yeah, I don't actually know, because, again, I'm good with the, like, story behind Halo, but I'm not great with the actual equipment in Halo, so, yeah. Just as a reminder for anyone who either is new to the channel or just doesn't remember me saying this, I'm really open to doing pretty much any character, any franchise, any combination. So if y'all have a combination you want me to do, or not even a combination, in this case it's just an original character, or an original character you want me to do, you can just leave a comment and I will make an original character in that franchise. And yeah, so I really want to be inclusive, I guess, with the fan base. Like I want it to feel like you're more than just spectating it. I want it to feel like you actually have an active part in the channel. Also, since I don't have much more to say about this one, I feel like this is a good place to put it. It would really help me and the channel out if all of y'all watching could like the video. That way the algorithm sees it a bit more, and even better if you could subscribe. But hey, if I'm not your forte, that's fair enough. So, just, yeah, if you could like or subscribe, that'd be great. I think for the rest of this video until the outro, I'm probably just going to let the music take over, and y'all can just watch me finish this. I'm, for whatever reason with this one, I really don't have all that much to say. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun drawing this, even though I didn't have all that much to say about it. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Bye!